Hey guys, Dakotism here.
Break your Nico kneecaps.
Kyle?
Today we're going to be doing some more TaleSpire. One of our members is still missing, so it is just going to be the three of us, or not including.
Your wonderful DM, Kyle.
Kyle. But TaleSpire hasn't done anything more besides what happened during our last stream, which is when we got the jungle pack. I guess we could show off a little bit of what that did.
Yeah, I don't think we actually showed it off. We just knew that there was something.
So they actually released a couple new dirty walkways and various things like that, so we can actually make underneath trees and stuff feel more than just the same repeated pattern. They added in a few other trees. One thing that they added in that I'm really happy about, that I wish they start doing a little bit more of, is downed logs.
Mm-hmm.
Because so far that is the only one. But they also did a bunch of stuff that you can hang on the walls and put on the sides of things, and it's really nice. And then other than that, a couple of other trees, some other plants. But the best part about it, let me get rid of this stuff, was, what was it? Oh yeah, they added in, where are they? Oh yeah, in dinosaurs. They added in 2 dinosaurs. And a carnivorous plant, which is probably the most terrifying model that they have in the game so far. It is quite spooky. I don't know, I think it's just something about a plant having teeth.
Yeah.
Also, like a full rib cage. But it's a plant with bones, and that is disturbing. Even more than this really weird and not correct raptor. Anyway, but TaleSpire hasn't done any major updates recently, so there's not a whole lot to talk about there. Kyle and I have been doing random streams on our Twitch page, which is just whenever we're gaming like we normally would be throughout the week. We just decided to start streaming it pretty much whenever we are doing that. Yeah, but from last week to this week, not much has changed. So, Kyle, do you want to just introduce Levi's speech?
All right, Levi's speech.
I refuse.
Oh, okay. Then instead of a speech, do you want to tell us about your worst childhood experience?
I definitely refuse.
All right, then, Levi. Just let us know last time on D&D.
We did a lot of stuff and killed some stuff.
That is true.
Nailed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Then, last time on D&D. The party, after some break in between some of the things that have been going on before, are gathered up by Garnus, who reiterates the now urgent matter of a dark creature entity in the world that they didn't know of before. They didn't know much about it and still don't necessarily know more about it, just know that it exists. And that while out on quests, they're expected to try to find allies or items that could help them or information that could help them. and basically just went over nothing's changing, just the urgency of finding these things are slightly more. After that, he dismissed the group of adventurers, and the party found a quest going to the south ruins along the southern coast. Garnus told the group that Lur has found a new ruin that the party knows that they can find a lot of magical items from, as they've done in other ruins.
I forgot I loaded his desk up with books.
They make the trip down to the very southern ruins, and upon getting there, get into a fight with suits of armors filled with bees. And after some fighting and realizing that they are more than capable of destroying these suits of armors, just destroy them and get on with going through the ruins. Inside the houses, they find a crystal along with many other magical items. And you guys can go through any magical items that stand out to you guys that you want to share.
A couple that my character ended up getting. One that really stands out is the Tower Blade. It is one of the only weapons that is going to be shown on my character on a regular basis, besides his empty hilt. It is the item that Kyle gave me was called the Tower Blade. It is a greatsword that can also be used as a shield, which has a bonus action defensive stance, raising its defensive capabilities by +2 AC. Which can be used in both the sword or the shield version of it. So it's a pretty powerful defensive item that can still be used offensively. You'll mainly be using it defensively. Other than that, he got a couple other cool items. One of which we are going to be... I don't know if Kyle's last time on D&D actually spoke about the thing that we have in the Feywild.
No, I didn't mention. I just mentioned that there was a satyr village.
Okay, so I did talk to Kyle about this already, and I don't know if you wanted me to just go ahead and do it, or if you wanted me to actually in game go there and talk to them.
You can do it on like the next time we have some downtime or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
anyway,
we'll talk about it outside.
But anyway, one of the other items that my character had was the adaptive shield or adapting shield. And while you have this shield, you get a +1 AC on top of its normal, so it's a +3 shield. And then whenever you take magical damage, you gain resistance to that type until you gain resistance to that type starting at the beginning of your next turn. And you keep that resistant until you take damage of a separate magical type. So say I get hit with Fireball or any kind of fire damage. I now, starting at my next turn, I now have resistance to fire damage until I take, say, cold damage. And then I would then get resistance to cold damage until I took, say, lightning, so on and so forth. But it's a really cool shield, so I got quite a few really cool defensive items.
But besides those few things, the party went around, got a few other magical items, and some research that they didn't discern on the spot so much, but they brought it all back and gave it to Garnus, which is what the pile of books is.
Yeah, we got a lot of books.
During all that, they fought one mimic, but easily took care of it. It was just more of a surprise factor. After that, they searched through just a few more stalls and took their findings and return back to Broken Wheel, and that's where we'll start the next day. You guys come back to the guild hall to start your daily adventuring.
Okay, so I'm guessing more is probably following me up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
I greet my adventurers as I approach. I'm actually, Vap would probably be behind me as well. We come from the same place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Griff has been staying since he's joined the guild.
New members are given room in the guild hall, but they can choose where they want to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, Griff refused the room and ended up sleeping on top the roof of the guild building.
Okay.
On this sloped building here.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the top bit has a little flat bit.
Or you can go sleep on the back of the guild house that has this big flat area.
Oh yeah, either or.
I didn't think of it.
Okay. Well, anyway, we meet back up at the guild house, and I ask everyone if they are ready to take on a new day of adventuring.
Mm-hmm. Let's go see what they got today.
Yes, let us be off and look at the new insects I shall find and eat and consume and assimilate.
I approach Garnus and I ask him, where would he like our attention to be?
Oh, well, hello, Crom. We do have some quests up on our board that you guys can choose any of them, but we do have a more urgent quest as of recently. It is up on the board. It's called Make Contact, but you're free to choose any of them that you would like.
I head over to the selection.
Okay.
And I grab anyone that does not make contact. I'm kidding. I grab the make contact one. And I instantly just bring it back. I don't even look at what else has to offer, or what else the board has to offer, because Garna said that he needs help with this one.
Okay. You bring it back and goes, oh, well, terrific. The specifics with that quest, as you can see, it's issued by Lur. The reward will be 1,000 gold upon completion.
Ooh.
Lur has been talking with Thorban. Some of you might know him. He is the pit fiend that some of our previous adventurers found a communication crystal that connects with his communication crystal, and Lur has been trying to make as much communication as possible. He has been asked that he needs to urgently see Thorban. So your guys' job will be to just guide Lur up to the north, where Thorban holds his residence.
Hmm.
Okay. That sounds like we need to go talk to Lur and get a little bit more information from him.
Off we go.
All right. You guys head over to the research center where Lur normally just is. As you walk in, he's analyzing, would probably be the best word, this large robot that is going around picking stuff up, setting stuff down, just striking
It doesn't seem
poses.
so large to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, he would stand about the same height as you. but he is more stout than you.
I can fix
And-
that. Let me just go grab some food real quick.
But as Lur sees you guys approach, he looks up. Oh, well, hello, friend. What brings you here today?
Well, we're here to help you. Garnet said you had a super immediate thing you had or need us to tackle.
Yes, yes. Wait here, and I'll go get my things. And like runs, to the ladder and goes up the ladder to the second floor.
Yeah.
And no more than a minute or two comes back down with like a pack on and like water skin hat. He's like decked out to go.
Is it the same outfit that we used when we first met him?
Yeah, it's pretty much just like an archaeologist. Like
His safari explorer
yeah,
outfit.
exactly. But this time instead of just capris, it's full on pants that look to be furred, and then the jacket is furred on the inside, and the hat. It's still like the wide rim, but it looks like it's been modified to have flaps that come over the ears as well.
Expecting a cold voyage?
Yes, yes. I has Garneth told you much about this quest?
Not a whole lot. We figured we'd come to you for the information since you're going to be the one that we're traveling with.
Perfect. So, recently, I've been talking with a pit fiend named Thorban, and remind me if I don't remember exactly who it was that went to the desert. I think Vap, you might have, or I don't remember if it was you or one of your other characters.
I think it was actually my bunny person.
Oh yeah. So I don't think any of you guys personally went to the desert.
And I think it was Iker that...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. We got this crystal up at the desert ruin, and it allows me to talk with Thorban, but we've been trying to communicate, but the crystal only allows for a minute of communication every day. So we haven't been able to do a lot of communication. But his last message to me was that he urgently needs to see me, and that he wanted to talk in person. So I would like you guys to guide me up there and protect me while we get there. But it will be quite the treacherous voyage since it is through the snow.
Oh.
His residence is
Oh.
his residence is very far north.
Oh. Well, this is a very convenient journey to show off the fact that I'm now cold resistant.
Are you
Didn't
cold
think it would be
resistant?
like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yep.
Dope.
Which is really weird for a reptile, because we cold-blooded fellas. Okay.
I mean, I'm also cold resistant, so... Levi?
What?
Are you cold resistant?
Nope.
Oh, this sucks. Oh, no, but I gave you the elemental cloak.
All right, yeah.
Protects the wearer from all weather
Thank you
conditions.
guys.
Cool.
Also, your AC is 16.
Indeed.
Alright, so this
Yeah.
is
And then
fine.
Bap, did you want to put on any of your stuff that you got?
I was
remember what
just
you got?
looking at them. Yes, I got a mantle of vitals, shepherd's crook, precise longbow, and helm of the headless. I am going to put on my helm.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just looks like a big old jackal lantern, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm saving my longbow for something, hoping to combine it eventually with crossheads, but yeah, I think that's kind of a adventure to make happen.
Yeah, we'll talk about the specifics. But yeah.
Mhm. Okay. And
And
I'm not so
then,
certain about the mantle of vitals either. What's a mantle?
it's kind of like shoulder pads, but more of like a cloth material.
Okay. I can wear it with armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Then
would be this or like a cloak.
Okay. Then I am also going to put on my mantle of vitals.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Dope.
that makes me suited up to go.
Yeah. And then Griff, you got the elemental cloak, and then you also got the early bird necklace.
Oh yeah, the sleeping one, right?
No, the early bird necklace allows you to reroll your initiative once per day.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, that one. Okay, cool.
Dope.
And then, just so you know, Kyle, the halberd that I got is in my my sheath, and I am
Okay.
wearing the ring of evasion.
Okay. Dope. Uh,
Oh,
Lure-
I also offer one of my party members a bag of holding.
oh,
I want a bag of holding.
Okay.
I reach a scaly hand towards it, looking over at Griff, being like, with a toothy smile.
Okay.
Yay!
And I offer the other one to my other party member.
What? You had 2 bags of holding
Yes.
in excess?
I also have my
Oh.
handy haversack.
Oh.
and I believe one of the bags of holding was slightly larger than the other.
You
One
did,
of them was
yeah, you did say
yeah.
that they were 2 different sizes. I didn't get the
Uh,
specifics, but
yeah, one of them is the size of a coin purse, and one of them is like the size of like a drawstring bag.
What's the difference?
they can hold more.
Yeah, the technicalities is that bags of holding can actually only hold so much. But how I do it is just if it can fit inside of the bag of holding, I normally allow it.
Like, obviously, you wouldn't be able to fit a canoe into a coin purse.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the biggest difference for the way I do it is just unless you go like super over the top, like you're trying to scoop
Fit a
out
canoe
a lake.
into a coin purse.
Yeah. But like if it can fit in the bag, then it would be able to fit in the bag of holding.
Ooh, okay.
Or like if it would be able to fit into an empty bag the same size.
Okay.
Oh, and I think I gave the anklets of liquid walking to Paisley.
Okay. I still have you having them, but if you want to.
We talked about it over the week.
Okay.
I can't remember if she said she wanted them or not.
Yeah, I wasn't so certain,
Well,
but
then don't take them.
yeah.
I'll give them to more.
Oh,
Actually, no, that's a good idea. I'll give them to more.
yeah.
Okay. So you give more the anklets of liquid walking.
Yes.
Dope.
Okay. You're pretty suited up around here.
Yes. But are you guys ready to go now, or should you get together and get things prepared? What's the plan?
I believe we're ready.
Perfect. Okay, and he turns back to the robot. Helpington, please watch the research center while I'm gone, and continue your daily duties. And Helpington just like gives a solid nod and continues to stand there motionless.
Oh. I'm sure we'll get to it.
Was it Helpington or was it Helpening?
We change it every time, and I like that.
It's been all of the above.
Oh, okay. It's help to the Helpening.
Yeah.
And then I let the party know that I'll go back and grab the cart
Okay.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we've actually survived once with a cart.
I know. Or, like,
Yeah,
the
this is
horses
the-
don't die. That's pretty nice.
Literally, this is the first time you guys have ever brought back the cart in like
No,
full condition.
no, because once we used Kyle,
in full condition.
once we used Kyle as the horse. Another
Yeah.
time we used QWERTY as a horse.
Okay.
Those ones came back.
Yeah. Yes, when you've used actual player characters as the horse, they have come back alive. Except for one of the times.
We didn't use him as a horse that time.
Oh, yeah.
That was the issue. If he was the horse, he would have made it back.
I mean, we were on a ship, so
It should have been a horse ship.
As you leave and start talking about horses, Lure does shout after you. Just so you know, horses might not do super well in deep snow. But feel free, just have that in mind.
I'm gonna go talk to Viryor
Viryor.
and his new.
Yeah, and he's sitting there and he's like, there's a centipede that like crawls up his arm and then like into his sleeve, and then he does like kind of like a wave motion with his arm, and then it comes out his other sleeve.
Crunchy?
Oh, Crunchy's much bigger than this guy. This is just a normal centipede.
I'm over here, too.
And as you guys approach, she's... Hello, friends.
Hello. I say in giant. I always
He
speak to this guy in giant.
Yeah, and he generally speaks to you guys in giant, or like a giant common mix.
I ask him if he has any beasts of burden that would survive a cold climate.
Well, the horses that you did purchase before should survive well enough in cold climates. They just might travel a little slower in the snow.
Hey.
But at my stable, I don't think I would have anything for snow travel. But if you do come across anything, I would be interested.
Hey, Vap, do we have anything
I
over at the guild?
I chip in and I'm like, well, we have a bear. We have a polar bear. He might be okay.
Oh, what was his name again?
Well, it's Sberm.
really gonna go compass this?
Yeah. Yep, with Sberm the polar bear.
Just so everyone knows, it's Sberm. Sberm.
Sberm. Yeah. I've been keeping him well fed at the stables. Maybe he'll pull our cart for us if we ask him nice enough. Bears aren't very well.
I
trainable.
thank Viryor for his assistance, and we head back.
And he
to
gives you a kind wave as you guys leave.
Where's my stables?
It's up north. But are you guys just getting Sberm as pulling the cart?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe we can use how big is Chompers?
Chompers at this point, and just so everyone knows, Chompers is a Mapinguari that the party killed his parents and then took him as a baby, and have been raising him since.
We didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I want to turn them into like leather and like a vest or something.
Most of the party was against it, but one of our party members was very adamant about keeping him.
Yeah, it's because he has baby fever.
But you get there, and Chompers is getting larger, not as large as a full-grown mapping glory, but
And how large is my sperm?
your sperm has grown quite a bit.
Like
Not full adulthood,
No.
but very much so. Like it's like a dog where they grow really
I
fast.
guess it's not my sperm. It's Icar's sperm.
Technically, it's my sperm.
Technically,
I feed
it's
it.
Icar's.
Yeah, it's Icar's sperm that you just take care of all the time. Take care of Icar's sperm.
I like this the less of the less.
Wrong. Nobody loves it.
Hold on. Let me just
Uh,
change the title of the stream real quick. Traveling with my sperm.
Okay.
Are you really doing that?
I'm doing it right now.
I liked your title, Pit Bren.
It's Pit. It's Pit Fiend, but with the R in parentheses.
I thought it was good.
Traveling with sperm to meet our to meet. Winky face.
Okay, too much.
Our pit. I'm keeping the same thing then.
Yeah. So I thought that was good.
There you go. It has been changed.
Dope. All right. So you guys get sperm all hooked up to the cart.
Is Chompers large enough to also pull the cart?
It would be rough, but it would definitely take some load off of sperm.
I mean, all the loads off of sperm that we can.
Yep.
I vote we take Chompers as well.
Okay. He's probably between half and 3/4 the size of sperm.
Yeah, but if we set him up like what do you call them? Like what are those dogs? The
Huskies.
what is that called?
Like a
though?
sled?
Like a sled.
Dog sledding?
Yeah, dog sledding. If we set him up like that.
It's like a sled that's used by dogs.
I couldn't think of the word sled.
Okay.
But if we set him up like that, that's not who I. Okay.
Hey, sorry, I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, that's it, everybody. Let's switch discords. Let's go to a different board. Not tell Levi.
Yeah. I'll just. He's a little bit bigger than that.
That's too big.
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
wait.
There's not like a good medium.
Can we not change the colors on these ones?
The colors.
Yeah, you used to be able to change like the base colors.
It's weird. It's like you can only do it personally.
Oh, is that the case? I can't even change it.
Oh,
anymore,
and
though.
yeah, I can't even change it now. They might have gotten rid of that.
I mean, it was pretty much useless.
Yeah.
I mean, they are
We'll just keep
named.
it like
They are
that
named.
yeah, we'll keep them separated that way, but
Wait. There you go.
okay. Chompers is probably about the size of like a person, and Sperm is about the size of like an young adult bear.
That's one big sperm.
Yeah.
Okay. Being that we have two big ol' baddies with us now, I would like to suggest we go to the stalls.
We go back to your.
No. Food stalls.
Oh, okay. Then we head to the food stalls.
All right.
Okay. I go to the guy selling the meat.
Okay. And
Oops,
currently
wrong
he's
direction.
over at the fruit. So as you guys approach, you see Theo like crawl over, um, and is now like puts on or takes off his vest, and is now standing there. Well, hello. It's great to see you guys again. It's been some time. Uh,
It
but
has been
wait,
a
wait,
while.
what can I do for you guys?
We have two very very hungry beasts we are traveling with, and we want to make sure that we have proper feed for them for our journey.
Oh,
Ideally, dehydrated uh, fish or some meats too.
I have some dried out fish, and also dried out meat. So just let me get that prepared. And goes and prepares all the meats and stuff. Uh, how long will you need these beasts fed?
Oh, I
Oh,
actually don't know how long the journey is.
Uh, for how long you guys have had like a world map, you know that it takes about a day to get to the mountain, which you would have to pass by going north, and then it takes about another day to get to the snow, like to the edge of the snow, and then it would probably take about 2 days to get through the snow.
Okay,
Oh
then
my
we'll tell
gosh.
him about a week.
Oh, okay. And goes back and prepares even more than he was originally going to give you guys, and eventually pulls out like this pretty much big, huge crate of just dried out meats and fish.
mm,
Uh,
okay.
this should be enough. I'll need for all of this 2 gold pieces.
I give him 5 and then grab the crate.
Well, thank you.
He's just used to this by now.
I know he's gonna start like raising the prices, and we're gonna.
Yeah, 5 gold.
I was gonna give him 5 no matter what because that was what my
Yeah.
odd number was. Oh, also, the gold that we had split last session, each of you guys get 1350.
Woo! 1350 gold?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
you mean 13 gold?
No.
no, 1,300 gold.
1,350 gold.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't mention it during the last time thing, but one of the buildings that you guys did go into was pretty much just like full to the ceiling of gold.
Oh, I am so glad. Being a treasurer or a stable master is not profitable. Okay.
Okay. Do you guys want to do anything else in town?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So, as you guys head out, it's probably now about midday. You travel along the road, and along the road going north, you don't see you see even less people than when you go south because there's not really a whole lot of reason for people to be on the north road other than to go back and forth between the mines. So occasionally you do see 1 or 2 people passing by. They would be coming back at this point with just a full cart of iron and just other metals, completely unrefined. Off to the west, you hear the river running down from the mountain towards Broken Wheel. And what's your guys' passive perceptions? I haven't asked in a while.
17.
Yikes. I do not know what mine is. How do I calculate that?
What is your wisdom? Do you have proficiency in perception?
My wisdom is a 16.
So it's plus 3.
And my perception.
Do you have
Yeah,
proficiency in it?
Yes.
Then 18.
Cool.
Dope.
Levi's like 11. Is he still
might
not here?
be- Yeah, I think he's still somewhere.
Oh. Let's leave him behind. We're gonna leave him in the cave as we pass.
But both of you have high enough passive perceptions, and so does more. I think more Death Cobbler has like a 21 or something. But
Why am I nodding so much? Does he have expertise in perception?
yeah, he has expertise. So,
Automatic plus 10.
yeah. But off to the far east, you start hearing like some rumbling. And as you kind of like look over the trees, you see this large furred beast walking around.
Wait,
and it's
east?
very far off. Yeah, far to the east, towards like the capital.
Oh,
and...
that's
This guy again.
west, bro.
Fuck. Yep, that's west. To the west, you see this like just the faint top of a furred beast.
Look at this face. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay, continue.
But it's so far off in the distance that it's just like you can tell how immense it is that you can even see it from this far. But it is so far away that you guys don't really need to worry about it.
I think I got a new desktop background.
Kind of terrifying.
But you guys continue north towards the mountain, and by the time you get there, it's reaching night. You would have to travel just a little bit into the night to get to like the mouth of the cave north. Do you guys want to stop for the night, or do you want to just continue through?
Sorry, I'm real distracted. Look at this dude's face.
It's horrible. I would like to stay.
Yeah, we can rest for the night.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are... I'll raise the water a little bit to show the river.
What map are we on?
World map for now, you're traveling.
Hey, Levi, you want to see something great?
What?
Look at the stream.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
You don't even have it up. You're a bad Levi.
Oh, whatever.
And remember, it's on YouTube.
Okay, I'm watching the stream. Now what?
Take it in.
Do you have
but...
it set to live?
I think so.
Levi.
Do you see this beautiful face?
How do you suck at this, Levi?
I don't see a face. I just see TaleSpire.
You're so bad. You're on the wrong one.
Oh, which one am I supposed to be on?
The one that says live.
And it is the one that says live. It says live right next to his name on the Discord thing.
On the Discord? Are you just watching Kyle?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
he's just watching the Discord.
I don't know.
stream.
Am I supposed to be watching it somewhere else? Oh wait, was it supposed to be like Twitch or something? Wait, no, YouTube, right?
On YouTube.
Right. Cool.
Okay, so you guys bed down for the night. You're at the mining cave towards the north that Broken Wheel has kind of taken over as their own. Throughout the night, you don't see anything out of ordinary, just the normal night critters. You guys each take your watch. But throughout the night, you do still hear that large thumping of walking from whatever that creature is. But
Do you see this lovely face?
Oh wait, no, this is not the live one.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is the live one. Hey, Link, maybe. Oh yeah. Holy shit.
Levi, I'm gonna kick your ass.
What I do?
I just love you.
But you just said you kick. What?
Yeah, you're bad at this.
Levi, this needs to be your new desktop background.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
I
that
like my
mine.
Doctor Who desktop background though.
Oh, nobody watches Doctor Who anymore.
I know because the current Doctor sucks.
Ooh. That might
Okay,
make
so
people angry. Okay.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be mad about that.
now that Levi has figured out
no,
like
no.
what to do to find the
Yeah,
internet.
now that Levi understands YouTube, you guys bed down for the night. You hear normal night stuff, just the thumping of whatever the creature is to the east, west.
I like how we have
and-
this guy as the marker for our group.
Yeah.
He's not any of us.
Yeah, no one has him. But in the morning, you guys arouse, getting all your gear together, getting Lur up and ready because he's not the adventuring type, so it takes him a little bit longer. And you get back on the road. You do have to kind of forge through the river a little bit, but towards the top it gets smaller, which is kind of strange, but there is a spot where people have traveled through, so it's not too difficult. You guys continue along the road, going alongside the mountain, and after some time going through like the rough forest patch that people haven't made a road for yet, do meet the other side of the road that the people from the capital go back and forth for their mining purposes. Traveling along this road, you see more people than you did on the previous road, and you do get some weird looks every now and then with a Mapinguari and a polar bear pulling your cart. The people from Broken Wheel are kind of used to it by now, so you didn't get too many weird looks going back and forth on that road, but the people of the capital really don't know how weird the people of Broken Wheel are, so you just get some very strange looks. But eventually, Lur does guide you guys off of the road a little bit, going north towards the snow. And as you guys start getting north, you make it about halfway between the road and the snow before it starts getting nighttime once again.
Because we are traveling with an unexperienced member, I'm going to stop the cart and we're gonna rest again.
Okay. So you guys set up another camp, and you know, back towards the capital, there's a lot of movement and a lot of travel between this road. So there's even less so any form of wildlife that hasn't either been hunted or just scared away. So as you guys are camping, it's kind of like an eerie silence with the occasional like bird chirp or just like some rustling from some nocturnal animal, but for the most part it's a very quiet night aside from the fire. But you guys take your watch, and in the morning again you have to kind of rouse Lur. He's feeling a little like worn down. He doesn't travel this much normally, but you get him up, you get him going. You guys get your food and you feed your animals, and you get going for the day. Through here is rougher since it's not a set beat path, but you guys are going over hills and trees, and this area is more so plains than forest, so it's not too terrible. But eventually, you guys do start seeing patches of snow here and there, and eventually, it's a full-on snow-covered land. Uh, and then that snow-covered land starts to turn into like uh, an icy snow mix, where every step you take is frozen over the top, but the underlayer is snow. And eventually, that turns even more so into solid ice. Um, and at this point, your horses are starting to have a little bit of, or not horses, but polar bear and uh, chompers are starting to like slip a little
How come you
bit.
said Chomper's name, but not the polar bears?
Sperm and chompers. Uh, it's obviously a little bit rougher in the snow, but um, Sperm is kind of leading it with his expertise in the snow. Chompers is having a little bit rough time, but with Sperm's help, it's fine. Uh, and they're pulling the cart. Um,
With Sperm's help, it's fine. By the power of Sperm!
yeah, and it's a little strange too because Chompers is bipedal, so uh, it's a little bit easier for him. Sperm starts to like sink up to his chest in snow as it's getting deeper and deeper. Uh, and Chompers is kind of still above the snow and kind of looking around while he's pulling the cart. But it's getting real cold, and you see Lur start to bundle up, uh, just start shivering a little bit. You guys, for the most part, are fine with your guys' resistance, and Griff, your complete weather resistance. You guys are totally fine. But after just a little bit of travel, it is starting to turn night since it took a little bit before you guys even got to the snow. So it's starting to creep into like sunset time
Okay.
as you guys are going.
So at this point, I'm going to I'm gonna take off the tower blade,
Okay.
and I'm going to kind of carve out a hole, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, and at this point, it's not a sheer ice sheet that you guys have been told about by other people at your guild. You know that further in, this snow starts to turn into pure ice, but at this point, it's still like that, like really just crunchy snow.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
but you can carve into it.
Yeah, yeah. Then I'm gonna carve into it, and then the tent that I set up, I'm gonna set up like partially down into the hole.
Okay.
But I'm
One
not gonna.
second.
I'm not gonna.
I gotta be right back.
All right.
You've gotta be right back. What's going on? But I'm going to set it up so it's like the tent isn't fully down all the way to the ground. It's just going to be kind of like a covering to this hole.
Okay.
I pretty much just want it so it's like we can crawl down into this hole, and then the tent's going to completely cover it. Pretty much just give us a bigger area because we do have more people than I normally have.
Okay.
Because I don't know if anybody else actually has a tent.
Yeah. So you're creating just like with your tent somewhat of a bigger space that's also covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll do the normal. I'll build a fire and
Yeah.
all
Uh,
that stuff to keep us warm.
yeah, and you guys bed down, and it's harder to get comfortable just because of the cold temperature. Even with your resistances, it's not super comfortable. It's not to the point where it's like hurting you guys or anything, but it's not. It's not a normal night.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And as you guys start taking your shifts, each of you during your shift, you'll peek your head out for a little bit, and during the night it is very cold. So you spend most of your watch inside of the tent or inside of the area trying to keep warm, and then peeking out, doing your watch, peeking back in. Uh, and on each of your watches during at least one of those peek outs, you see what looks to be a herd of orca-like creatures, but they look to be quadrupedal, where they have 4 legs, and I can actually show a picture. In just a second. Okay, it kind of looks like that, where they're orca-like creatures, but they have 4 legs.
I think it's wonderful.
What? I didn't see it. Is it in general?
No, he's just sharing his screen.
Yeah, it's on the stream. But yeah, it's pretty much just orcas with 4 legs. And you see what looks to be a herd of them moving across the plains, but too far to be anywhere close to being interested in you guys. As the morning comes, you guys get everyone up, and I'd like you guys all to roll Constitution except for Griff, and Vap and Chrome can make it with advantage.
Okay. I haven't even changed board. I've just been looking at the stream. Which one are we at?
We're just on the world map.
See.
Oh, okay.
What happened?
Oh, Lur also rolled and he got a natural 20.
Oh. So I rolled very high. I rolled a 24.
Okay.
All right.
That?
Will somebody put me down real quick?
No one's down right now.
Nobody's down. I'm just moving a marker for us.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
With advantage.
Oof. Okay, good. Hey. Got a 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
No pluses to Constitution?
Constitution?
Yeah,
That's strength?
Constitution
No,
saving.
That's Constitution.
Let's see. Oh. No, it's a 0.
Oh.
Okay.
Way to rub it in.
But
There's a 27 hit.
you guys wake up and you're feeling refreshed, going about your morning business, and more uncharacteristically is sleeping in a little bit, and you get him up and he wakes up and he has like bags under his eyes and kind of just slowly moving around and trudging. It looks like he's had a rough night, and he has 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
But you guys get up and get all your stuff together and rehook up the Sberm and Chompers, and continue on your way. After an hour or so of travel, you start hitting like this really weird patch of icy snow as it turns into just like a flat sheet of pure ice. Which
I want to take out my sweet, super cool tower blade and use it as a snowboard. I'm kidding. I don't want to do that.
I mean, it's easy enough to do if you want to.
Do it.
But
No, he's got a bum leg.
strangely enough, travel does start to go a little bit smoother at this point because
No longer sinking into the snow.
yeah, it's still a flat sheet of ice, but with Sberm and Chompers both having claws, they can dig into the ice a little bit, and get a sure footing, and then now they're not sinking. So travel does go a little bit smoother for this. But as you guys are going, it's really strange because it looks like there was snow here at one point that had flashed froze, and you look around and at the trees, all the trees are completely encased in a like thick layer of ice. And all the bushes are completely encased in ice, and it looks like everything has just like a solid, large layer of ice completely encapsulating it. Uh, but you guys continue on through, and the snow is coming down at a constant pace, so it makes visuals a little bit harder.
I have dark
but-
vision.
Yes, but dark vision doesn't go through snow.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
God, I hate that. But if you guys would like to roll a group perception check just to get your surroundings,
Yeah, let's do it.
I would say either perception or survival just to make sure you guys are staying on the right path, can know what's around you, things like that.
Okay, well,
And
I rolled
the information that I'll give you is
I rolled an
different.
18.
Okay,
With,
18 perception or survival.
Either.
With survival, I got a 19.
Okay.
Perception, I got a 14.
Okay. I'll have you choose just because the information I'll give you is different depending on which one you chose.
Let's go with Paisley's survival on 18.
Okay.
Or was
On
it 19?
19.
Okay. So, with your survival, you're keeping the cart just on a direct path, and this works for you because you're probably holding the reins. And you're keeping it on a good path. Lur gave you general directions, and he knows where it is, but he himself hasn't traveled here, so you're keeping it on a straight path to the best of your knowledge. With your guys's both of your perceptions, you're looking around, and it is a strong blizzard sweeping through, but with your discerning eyes are looking through, and you see a strange herd, and from your guys' watch before, you do notice that it's the same herd or a similar herd of those orca-like creatures. This time moving kind of in your general direction.
Am I able to just like with survival knowledge see these guys and think that they are carnivorous?
As your friends point them out to you, you can see them, and you look, and with your general knowledge, I'd say roll a history, because that would be different than survival.
Okay. I do not have great history. 7.
Okay. You do know from your past experience that these animals look dangerous, obviously, because they're very large, but you don't really know if they're carnivorous or herbivores or omnivores. But they are very muscular.
Okay.
Are you guys continuing on?
How is our food sources looking? Are we using about what we were expecting? Did we end up using more?
You used up a little bit more than you were expecting at the first part of the snow, but you used up less than what you would have expected during the first parts of the travel. So you're looking about where you should be for food.
Okay.
Okay, because when I said a week, that was a slightly on the shorter end of the spectrum.
Yeah, and you had 2 days of very light, easy travel.
Yeah.
So that really helped. But then you had 1 day of pretty rough travel. So it's starting to even out, but you might come up
So
either
I'm
right on the money
thinking
or
that
short.
we should stock up a little bit now before it becomes an issue.
Stock up.
Go hunt ourselves one of these large beasts that probably provide a lot of meat.
One of these pack animals.
We don't only have to get one.
Oh my gosh. That's a little scary.
Or if there's a way we can separate one out. I'm gonna look at the group. Is there any that seem to be like slower than the rest, lagging behind the others,
Younger
or older,
or older.
or
I'll
injured,
use your
or
previous perception since it's kind of looking at the same group, but you see what looks to be probably the biggest of them is at the front, and maybe somewhere on the upper tier of biggest towards the back. And you see some of the larger ones still on the sides.
so it looks like the larger ones are surrounding.
Yeah, and then towards the middle you see some smaller ones. But I would say with a perception, you said like 18 or
I had
19,
18.
right? 18. You do see that a couple of them in the middle are starting to fall back. They're still within like the circle, but there are one or two of them that are starting to like fall back from the rest, and the back one is starting to slow down a little bit and get slightly separated. But you see like one larger one and like two small ones starting to separate just slightly.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Lur if he knows about how long until we reach our destination.
Well, and he has a map out, and he has like the what's it called, the
Sexton?
double prong. Is that a sextant? No, that's the star thing. Or is it? It could be. Let's call it a sextant. He has that out, tracing over the map. He says, "Well, with a full day or now half day travel in the snow, we're probably looking at the rest of today and most of tomorrow, if not all of tomorrow, before we reach there."
The sexton is it's like a weird triangle thing, so it's not quite right. It has like a magnifying glass on it, or a little telescope thing on it.
Yeah, that's the stargazer thing that you can discern location from stars.
Yeah. So
I'll just call it the double pronged thing.
yeah.
But yeah, he says probably the rest of today and tomorrow as well. But you should reach there by the end of tomorrow.
It's still considered a compass, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So he has his
flat
medieval
leg compass.
compass out, discerning the map and where you guys have already traveled from. We're making terrific time. So by the end of tomorrow, we should make it to there.
Okay, so that would be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 days traveling there. So we will be short on food, but we won't be short on food while we're still in the snow. I think we'll be fine.
I say we hunt out of the snow.
Okay, yeah, we press forward.
Okay. So you guys continue forward, and after some time, they start passing you guys. They're still quite a ways off, but they're heading in like the opposite direction of you guys. And after like another hour, they're completely out of sight. Uh, but yeah, you guys continue on, and it's now complete ice sheet. So even if you guys do get off of the cart every once in a while, it's like you're not sinking in at all. You're hitting solid surface. But it is very slippery. So like, as you
Man, where's
guys
John when we need him?
as you guys touch on the ground, it is hard to move. So you decide that it's easier just to stay on the cart for now.
Hmm.
But after another few hours of travel, you can see that Chompers and Sperm are getting quite tired. So you start deciding that it might be time to set up camp.
I ask any of our members if they have anything that could cast a fire spell.
That produce flame.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll melt the ice.
Oh.
And I have acid arrow.
I mean, that might melt the ice.
I don't know if it's that kind of melt. 1 second.
It totally works.
I forgot my spell list is via email right now, so I'm just gonna break into that real quick.
I'm just gonna cast Searing Smite
Okay.
on my blade, and
Okay.
use that to help carve out a. Wait, no, my fist is literally fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna like use my hand and scoop out chunks of snow or ice.
Okay. So you focus on your fists and they light a blaze.
I don't even have to focus.
Are they just always fire?
I engrave. I guess it's part of my ruin. It's
Okay. I always imagined it like, as you're punching, the fire's coming out, and you're kind of just like
yeah, I guess that would
like,
make sense. It's
the
as I
force
hit.
of the punch. Yeah. So you kind of like push on the ground, and it does take a little bit, even though it is fire.
Yeah.
It's melting it, but it's going at a slow pace, and it's slowly turning it into like water, and then that water almost immediately refreezes, but then you keep going down, like pushing the water to the side. And it's strange because as you're pushing it to the side, as soon as your hand leaves it, it's pretty much just like completely frozen by the time you've not touched it. So it's almost like you're molding clay.
Oh, shit. Then I just want to like make a igloo.
Okay. So you take, I'd say, the next hour or so to just try to like form up most of the igloo, and you can't really get like the dome part
That's
of it.
fine. I can use
over the
my
top.
tent for the top part.
Yeah, but you get the good sides of it, and after a while, you guys are impressed with Crom. Like, has now made this like livable space. And as soon as you're done, more Death Cobbler just kind of like goes in and flops down face first, and then is just snoring passed out. But during your watches, you guys
I built an igloo.
build an igloo. You set the tent on the top to cover that, and get all of like your necessities down, a fire, and you get your food and you feed your animals.
This is about to be loud. I was trying to do it slow, but like my mic is too sensitive, so. I'm all like watching my thing like light up as I'm like underneath. My hands are underneath my desk trying to open this little bag of chips. I'm like, geez, I'm just gonna rip it off like a Band-Aid.
But going through the night, do you guys have an order that you guys normally do your watch in, or just kinda
I'd probably
whoever?
usually take the first watch,
Okay.
and then I'd probably alternate between the three on who I wake up.
Okay. So yeah, you're taking your watch, and about an hour, maybe two, no, an hour into it, you start hearing chompers and sperm kind of like getting restless, and they seem off, and you kind of check out there, and they're kind of like pulling on the reins a little bit, and are like trying to do something.
Okay. I'm gonna wake up that.
Okay.
Or let her know that our animals seem to be fearful of something, and we should go check them out.
All right.
I out of my eyes and wander over to the stuff.
Okay. You guys go over to the cart, which is just kind of like parked right next to the igloo, and you go over to the animals to start calming them down. And as you start getting close, you see this one large hand creep up on top of the cart, almost completely blue, and you see reach over a icy face of this guy.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. I'm gonna say this so often.
Holy shit.
I still can't ever. Oh, there it is.
Um,
The screen like slightly.
So yeah, I'd like you guys to roll
As-
initiative.
So as I see him, can I do one thing?
You can have one reaction since you were looking for it.
Okay, I also rolled very well. I'd like to just cast Giant's Might, if possible.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Also, my total roll is 19 plus, I believe, 2. So 21.
I'm gonna pull you guys to random snowy.
Do it again. Okay, dope. I was in GM mode.
And then Dakota, if you could get everyone's players.
Oh, I need to go back to GM mode then.
Okay. While I set up
We
stuff.
have Griff. We have Chompers. We have Crom. We have
I'm gonna use my thingamajig to reroll my initiative.
Fap. You're
Okay.
asleep.
Yeah, actually, you are asleep along
Alright.
with more.
Oh, cool. They both sucked, anyways.
And then, what did you roll, Dakota?
21.
Dope. And then Vap, you can also roll.
Oh. A 1. My initiative is 5 though, so 6.
Dope. And Griff, I'll have
There's
you
an igloo.
roll initiative, and then I'll have you just be surprised, so you won't go the first round. But after the
Oh yeah,
first round,
because the
you'll
first
have
thing I
to
was
make
going
a
to do
movement.
as I went Giant's Might was I was going to pretty much scream.
Yeah, like as you go Giant Smite. Grrrr!
That
Okay.
exact thing.
I got an 18 for initiative then.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll be out of the first round, but after that you'll be in it. And then I'll put this guy. Boop.
Hold on, just because I want this to happen. It was random snowy, right?
Yeah. All right, there's the cart. Yeah, and then I'll just put these guys over here. And then he's like reaching over the cart.
Sweet.
All right, dope.
Oh, then, can you make my guy... Oh, that is very bright.
Yeah, I switched the atmosphere, but that was a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. There. It's a little bit better.
Can you, do a full clear of dice?
Yeah. I thought we were going to do no dice clears this game.
I changed boards, and I just kept hearing that...
All right. So Crom, you're now yelling. You're a giant, and you see this ice monster peering over the side of the cart. And as he looks up and sees you, gives a.
How big is it?
It is large.
Okay, so we're the same size.
Yeah, it's the same size as you.
Well, this is about to be epic. Is it my turn first?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna approach, and I'm going to use my 2 attacks with unarmed strike. That is plus 9, so 18 and a 23.
Yeah, those both hit.
Okay. Both these are fire damage.
Yeah. And
Jesus.
sorry, give
A
me
2 and a
one. At the start of your turn, you take 3 cold damage.
Is that halved?
Yes, because of your.
Yeah. Well, I'm
so
saying,
you take-
is
you
that
take
already
one.
halved?
No, you take 1.
Okay. So it was a 2 plus 4, so it's 6 plus 5, so 11 points of fire damage. And then, grapple check.
Oh, yeah, it's contested.
He has disadvantage.
He has disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you're a god. Okay. It's a 3.
Okay.
No, wait. That's an 8.
So, well, I rolled a plus 9, so
Yeah.
a 25.
Yeah. So you go in and you grapple him, and it's hard to get a holding, but as you reach in, your fingers dig into his icy exterior just slightly as you
Like, my burning hand melts down enough to get a good solid grip.
And sorry, how much damage was that originally?
11 points of fire damage.
Okay. Dope. Anything else?
No, that the grapple is my bonus action. I've done my movement and my 2 attacks. That is my turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to step away to use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Well, when he gets back, I'll explain this. But as he holds on to him, oh yeah, you can hear. As you hold on to him, he reaches up and grabs your arm with one hand, and with the other, he's reaching back, and he pretty much just tries to sock you across the face with icy. His icy hand coming to like a blunt ball at the end. Ooh. Does a 19 hit?
Negative.
Okay, then both of his attacks miss. So he reaches back with one arm and slams it against you, but
My armor is too strong.
Yeah, your armor like deflects and starts to crack his hand, and he pulls back again and punches you with the same arm. And at that point, his hand explodes into ice, and it feels like shards of ice are hitting the side of you, but you're in full plate, so it doesn't really matter. At this moment, you see what looks to be a similar but slightly smaller golem start climbing over the cart. Looks similar, but at the same time, slightly thinner and more agile. It comes crawling over and is now squatted on top of the cart.
The cart looking okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's starting to creak a little bit, but these creatures look very large, but you assume since they're made out of ice that they're not made of metal, so it's not terrible. As he's looking over at everyone from the top of the cart, he's going to open his mouth, and out of it, as he looks across, shards of ice start shooting out. Oh, well, that was his bad. So, Crom, you're the only one in his radius. So make a dexterity 15 saving throw.
I passed.
Really? You have a plus 10?
No, but I have a ring that allows me to just pass.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you take... So, 53 points of damage, halved because you succeeded.
26 or 25? 26.
26 points of damage, and then 13 of that is halved because it was half ice damage. So 13 plus 6.
What was the other type of damage?
Piercing and cold.
I'm gonna double check to make sure I don't have resistance to piercing. No, I have resistance to slashing, so okay.
Okay. So 13 plus 6 is 19 points of damage. Oh, dang.
Hold on. Okay, that's fine. I was like his big attack, right?
It looked to be a pretty big attack.
Okay.
Vap, it is your turn. You watch as the one reaches over that you first saw your friend Crom go in and just bear hug and punch him pretty much.
I punched and then bear hug.
Okay, punch and then bear hug, and then you see a second one come over and spray ice at Crom, seeming like it does less damage than it was hoping for.
Okay. The lean guy on top of the cart is looking like more like something I can take on. So I'm gonna let the two giants wrestle it out and fire my crossbow at tall skinny fella.
Okay.
I use Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use just one of my crossheads, but my crosshead slip is missing. Ah. Oh, it's right here. Okay, crossheads. I'm going to use just one of them this time. So. Oh. Oh my gosh. What do I add to hit again?
To hit, it would be your dexterity and then proficiency.
Plus
I
2 because
believe.
you're also archer.
Yeah, plus 2.
Oh. Nice. Plus
So-
12.
Yeah, that sounds about right for your level. It's ridiculous, but it sounds about right.
Okay, 18. Does that hit him?
18 hits.
Yay. Okay, so that's 1d and a d6 for 100
Oh,
smite.
I forgot to do something.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to add an extra d6 onto all my damage because I'm giant, but I forgot.
Alright, we'll do that from now on.
8 points of damage.
Okay. And you shoot your crosshead, and it seems to hit, but it kind of ricochets off of the head, and then it, from its having its attention on Crom, it switches over and is now looking directly at you.
Okay. Gex. I went second with my initiative of 6. Well, I guess both of you guys went before me.
And then Griff had a round of surprise.
What more?
He's also in there.
Yeah.
He was also asleep, and he's also exhausted. But is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Crom, back to you.
Oh wait, on this guy's turn, he's supposed to take this point of damage.
Okay. And then
That
at the start of
plus 4.
your turn,
He takes 8 points of damage.
you take 3 reduced to 1 points of cold damage. Takes 8 points of damage.
Yes.
Dope. Alright. Continue your turn.
Well, I'm going to use a spell slot.
Ooh.
To do really bad damage. 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. And as you do this fire damage, you do see that he's recoiling every time you touch him with this fire.
And then does a 22 hit?
It was a 22 hit. Yeah, that hits.
Feels nice when the DM says that. 16 points of fire damage.
Okay. And again, it recoils and seems to do a little bit more than you were thinking.
And that is everything.
All right. Griff,
Yeah.
you wake up and you woke up to the sound of yelling and fighting, and you quickly realize what's happening and poke your head out, and you see 2 ice creatures around the cart with your friends in the midst of battle.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna fly up like right here,
Okay.
and then let's see. would you say that that would get both ice thingamajigs, but not what's his face?
To get both of them, you'd probably also have to hit Crom. Just because he's kind of wedged slightly in between them.
I'm also grappling the other one.
Yeah, he's also within grappling, so...
Probably shouldn't do that then. Wait, how high is your wisdom? Wait, no, I can't answer that. Never mind. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Elemental Bane at 5th level. And they have to both make a DC 17 con save.
Okay. Those were con saves?
Yeah.
Okay. First one is a 21.
Shit.
Second one is also a 21.
Damn it. Alright, never mind. That's my turn. That's confusion.
Levi wasted his turn. Can't say I'm surprised.
God. This one that you're grappled with is
Getting a little pissed off, I'm assuming?
yeah, getting a little pissed and doesn't super want to be around you.
Fair enough.
He's not super smart. So yeah, he's gonna try to break the grapple. So
Yep.
Nope. You don't even have to roll. He rolled a 1. So you're grappling him with your fiery hands, and as he goes, he like tries to do like the swing his arm upwards and try to like break your grasp off of his, but your hands are still on fire. So he shoots his hands up and pretty much like cauterizes his hands off as he's sweeping up past your hands. And now he just has like 2 stubs of arms that are slowly starting to come back. And that's his full turn. The one up top. Man. He's gonna go after Vap because that's the last person to hit him. So Vappy watches. He's now squatting.
What?
He's now squatting. Oh, Dakota. Squatting on top of the cart. He goes into a full lunge.
I swear to God. Okay. Where's the payment?
Hey, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Grappling somebody, goofball.
And I have another hand.
I would say you get an attack of opportunity with disadvantage since he's kind of jumping over you. But yeah, I would allow that.
There's a 12 hit?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you're grappling and he's jumping over you, so you kind of take a swing blindly behind you that kind of hits air. But he is going in for an attack against you, Vap. As he comes down, he's bringing down like his elbow on top of you.
We wrestling now? I'm really not great for that.
Oh wait, hold on. This other one takes this damage. 5 points of damage.
Okay, the one that's jumping right now.
No, the one that's I was grappled.
Okay, what type of damage?
Fire.
Okay. But he brings his elbow down. Does an 18 hit?
An 18?
Yep.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. So as he brings his elbow down, you kind of like seeing his attack from a mile away, sidestep it, and he crushes down onto the ice. And as he brings his elbow down, it like splinters the ice below you. And he
Did he just
quickly
do
gets
the? He just tried to do the people's elbow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly he
And now they're gonna try and like start fucking bear hugging.
He quickly rolls over and gets up, and as he gets up, he's swinging his arm towards you for another attack. That's a natural 20.
Yikes.
Does a natural 20 hit you?
Yes. Ugh. Way to remind me. Yeah, I have an AC 19.
31 points of bludgeoning damage,
Oh my god.
and
Did you say 31?
yes, an additional 16 points of cold damage.
Oof. Alright. That's not great.
But that's his turn. So,
So you
that
said 31 and then take away 16?
How bad was Moore's?
31 plus 16. He rolled last in initiative, and he got the surprise round as well.
How did he roll last?
He rolled a 1, so I was just like, you know what, he's going last. He's tired.
How does he roll a 1?
I mean, technically he would be higher because he has pluses, but I just ruled it as he's exhausted, he's tired, he rolled a
Yeah.
1.
And where's
Universe
Lure in
Arena.
initiative?
Lur's
Not really.
not a fighter. But it was 31 plus 16 points of damage. But the 16 would be halved, so you can
39.
regain 8. But yeah, Vap, it's your turn.
Okay.
And
going
at the
to-
start of your turn, nope, you're fine.
You've done that every time, Kyle. She hasn't
Yep.
moved. He hasn't moved.
I quickly reload one of the bolts that I shot before, and then I unload 3 into him. There we go.
Again on my own.
Do I roll for 1 hit or
Just
do I
one.
roll?
Yeah, it's just 1 attack.
Oh my god.
It was a 14 hit.
No. So as you quickly reload all 3 of your bolts, aim up, he swung around and hits you and kind of dazed you a little bit. So as you bring it up, you fire it and it goes past his elbow.
The people's
But-
one.
The people's one, but does not make contact.
Wow. So we gotta start running. I'm running, I'm like rolling below 10s, so this isn't going great.
I'm just like, I just instantly grabbed some dude and just kept punching him in the face.
So what are you doing? Or do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I cannot do anything. I do not want to provoke.
Oh, you can use your bonus action to reload your crossbow.
I used my bonus action.
Yeah.
My crossbow.
No, you don't. You don't. That doesn't. That's not how that works. You have crossbow expert, so you ignore reloading property. You can reload 1 for free.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you took. I assume you normally have it loaded up already. with 3. So you took
Yeah.
1 shot, you reloaded the 1, you fired all 3, so you would still have your bonus action. But your
Okay.
crossbow is now empty.
So I do reload that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take your bonus action to reload all 3.
Yes, and then that's my turn.
Dope. Oh, I don't need to roll. So Vap, out of nowhere, you're looking up and you're reloading this crossbow, and as you look up, you see what looks to be like a small pin needle sticking out of this golem's neck that just appears there. And from your past experience, you know that this is Moore's attack of his teleporting darts.
Yay!
So he rolls. Okay. God.
You didn't have to roll that as GM.
It's just habit for me now.
How are you right now? Are you in GM mode?
No. Hence why I knew that those were GM mode dice.
So you see him just like standing there, pretty much just over the top of you as you're reloading, and as he leans in, has this needle in his neck and recoils and shakes it off and pulls the needle out and flicks it to the ground. But you look around and you don't really see where the attack came from, so you assume that Moore's probably hidden. Crom.
So
He's so no.
I take how much damage?
At the beginning of your turn, 2 points of cold damage. That's already halved.
Okay.
And then I forgot to do this, but make a dexterity saving throw. You're fine.
That's a 21.
Yeah, as you start taking this cold damage, the ground around you starts to become where it's like it's already ice, but it's kind of like shifting ice. It starts to become more and more smooth as his attacks go on.
I'm going to reach into my sheath,
Okay.
and I'm going to oh, that's a great one. I'm gonna pull out a very familiar hatchet,
Okay.
and I'm going to I want to do it in like one solid move where I reach down to this hilt pole and just slash it across him.
Okay.
15 plus 2, 17.
That just hits.
Okay, so this does that. So 7 plus 3 plus, where is that thing? Sorry, I have to find.
Yeah, this is a old magic item that you got probably almost a year ago in real time.
Yeah, something like that. Oops, that's the wrong Kyle. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
13.
So on a fail, thorns start to spread, causing them to suffer 3 piercing damage each round at the start of their turns for 3 rounds.
All right. So as you slash across, you open up a small gash in the front of its chest, and as your hatchet leaves the slash, you start to see like these like green tendrils start coming out of it and wrapping around him.
And then, am I in enough space to also hit this guy?
I mean, you could pull that guy. You're slightly out of melee range, but since you're the same size, you can use
Okay.
it just takes twice as much movement to move, so you just move like 5 feet.
No, I don't want to pull him anywhere near, because I don't want to move this guy, Kyle.
What?
So
yeah, unless you have anything with like range, or if you yourself have range.
So instead, I'm going to throw the hatchet.
Okay.
Damn it. I miss.
Okay. So you're still grappling and you slash it across this guy, and then you look back and you throw it over, but he kind of sees it coming and ducks just in time for it to fall into the ice next to him.
Okay. And then that is my turn after I move him this way.
Okay. Dope. Griff.
Yeah, I am going to attack this dude
Okay.
closest to me with an acid arrow. 19 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. 10 points of damage.
Dope.
And that will be my turn.
And then with the acid arrow, doesn't he like make a save or something? And then if he fails it, it continues.
Nope.
No, it's just...
if it hits, it.
Oh, if
doesn't
it
hurt.
hits. Okay. Yeah, if it misses, it takes like half or something. So.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take the stuff over the beginning of this next turn.
All right.
If it misses, right.
So yeah, this one that just got pushed back.
Hold
with
on.
Chrome.
He takes first 3 points of piercing damage, and then 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Stack that bleed.
And he's starting to look
Get his
pretty
hands back.
uncomfortable. Yeah, he does regrow most of his hands. But he's looking around.
Oh, I forgot to do my extra damage on him again.
You bad Dakota.
I don't use Giant's Might very often.
Unless it's giant related wrestling matches.
Or somebody pisses me off by puking bees onto me.
That was a weird fight. I really like those guys.
Does a 16 hit?
Me?
It was some real
Yeah.
crystal
Oh, no.
mirror nonsense. You
Does an
remember that
18
movie?
hit?
No.
Dang. What movie?
Crystal mirror.
Oh,
It
yeah,
reminded me of that. It's
movie
just
was
like the mental
weird.
picture.
Oh, that weird ass movie.
I thought you would at least like it, Levi. Kind of like weird.
It was
What
a
are you
weird
talking
ass
about?
Crystal Mirror.
What is that?
What?
The movie that you
What?
picked out from
You
movie
mean
night
Mirror
one night?
Mask?
Oh,
Mirror
is it Mirror
mask. Yeah.
Mirror mask. Oh, there we go.
I was like,
but
what the hell is Crystal Mirror?
I was telling y'all mirror mask, and you were like, "No, Levi, you're wrong." I'm like, "No, I was right." So, yeah.
with his
I don't know.
partially reformed hands, he's swinging wildly at you, starting
His
to
Deadpool style baby hands.
yeah, exactly. Starting to get slightly like feral with his attacks, and as he's punching you, his fists are getting more and more broken down towards his elbow, even. But nothing is just piercing your armor. uh, this one back here. He gets to roll. Nope.
Doesn't he take damage? Levi?
Yep. 5 points of damage.
All right. Also looking pretty hurt, but wanting to finish the job, makes 2 more attacks against Vap.
Oof. Don't
That's
make me use my item.
it's a 25 to hit. I
Ah,
believe that hit.
yeah.
And 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
You're gonna make me go full cocoon, dude. I'm pissed.
Oh, I forgot about your cocoon. So that's... you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage
Big oof.
and 8 points of cold damage reduced to 4.
Bow, bow.
And the first one was 14.
Yeah. So 18 total.
Bad news. I'm not dead. I got a
It's your turn.
ridiculous life. Okay. Yeah, a million years ago, I got really lucky rolling, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, he takes 2 more swings at you, and both attacks are solid hits, but you're still
Just
getting
like-
up, and you brush off the blood off the side of your mouth, and he grimaces and snarls.
Yeah, spits on the
Straight up
ground.
anime style, you get launched through a tree. You just like hit the next one, and you're like, I'm fine.
It's nothing.
With the power of friendship,
Yeah.
anything's possible.
Hey, do you know
Like,
the
Senpai is watching.
do you know the creator of Hunter x Hunter is married to the creator of Sailor Moon?
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
That's not nice. That's nice as hell. Okay.
That
But, yeah. I'm gonna try and hit him with my crossheads again.
all right.
I should probably
He's
just do
looking
a spell.
damaged, but still going.
Okay. He still has Hunter's mark on him, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yep.
They last for, like, ever, so.
It's like
An hour.
Oh,
What-
are you
is that a
kidding me?
it's a 20.
Okay. 20.
20 hits.
Oh,
So then roll your crosshead damage 3 times, your hunter's mark once, and then add dexterity 3 times.
okay. I've been really getting stressed out by my rolls. Okay. So,
That's
and
28.
then, yeah, because I have dexterity times 3 is 15.
Alright, so 28 points of damage.
Yeah.
Dope. So you shoot, and this time all 3 arrows go like right towards the collarbones, or like 2 towards the collarbones, and then 1 right in the center of the neck, and it's grimacing and pulling out these arrows. It's still going, but it's looking bad.
Okay. I reload my crossheads.
Okay.
And then, yep, that's my turn.
All right. More seeing that. It's gonna come around here, and Crom, you see another signature dart just appear in the head of the creature that you're grappling. Don't need to roll that. God, this dart is broken with him. I forgot how extremely broken it is.
For those of you who don't know, it's pretty much just like a small dart, but it teleports to your target, so it automatically hits.
It's a well, I guess it is magical since
Yeah.
it's a magical item, but it's pretty much magic missile, but anyone can use it.
They don't automatically come back to you, so it's something you do have to retrieve.
Mhm.
But yeah,
He does only have so many.
it's just a D4 damage, but as a rogue, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you stealth, it's pretty good. All right. And then he sinks back in the shadows.
So is this one down?
It's looking very, very bad. You see, as the dart hits, a large crack forms down its face and kind of connects with the slash that you already made, and you can start to see like the green tendrils starting to work its way up the crack, but it's still standing.
Okay.
So, Crom, your turn.
I'm going to start by punching the dagger. Or not the
Dope.
dagger, but the dart.
The dart.
That's a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
God damn, my damage rolls have been garbage. Oh, wait. It's fire damage. I can just re-roll it.
Oh yeah, because of your stupid ability.
So that's plus 4, so 13 points of damage.
13 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you punch the dart, your fist flaring up, and then you kind of look down and you're like, that's not enough. And you flare it up even more. You punch through, melting the skull of this creature as the rest of its head starts to melt and split in half. The rest of its body cracks under the pressure, and it starts like falling apart bit by bit.
As that's happening, I want to grab the dart.
Okay.
I want to cast a Searing Smite on the dart as I throw it at this one.
Ooh, dope. Yeah. And that automatically hits because you don't have to attune to it. Yeah.
So, let me just find out exactly how much bonuses I get from that. Because it's going to be at least this and this. And then this. Okay. And then it has to make a Constitution saving throw. So it takes 18 points of fire damage.
Okay. And just to make sure, is the Constitution that's not only undead?
Nope.
Okay. I might be thinking of just regular
It
smite.
deals an additional 1d6 fire damage and causes the target to ignite in flames.
Okay.
At the start of each. Oh wait, no. No, never mind. It has to make that save on its turn.
Okay. Doesn't matter. As you throw the dart, it like hits the center of its back, and it like starts reaching around, and just like a second after it hits its back, you see the explosion of fire shooting out of this dart that it just impaled itself, and it starts melting from the back to the front, and it rears up to take one more hit at Vap, and Vap, as it brings its arm down, it's just water that ends up hitting you.
Now you're all cold and wet.
But yeah, both of them have now died.
I think that was a pretty cool way to end that.
That was pretty fucking cool way to end it.
Okay, then I shake off my.
It might get really bright real quick.
my size back to normal as I walk up.
Oh. I go over to him and bounce excitedly. I'm like, wow. We got this all done. And then I go over to the animals and make sure they're okay.
And you see, like, they've been clawing at the ice, but physically they're fine.
Okay.
They just seem very spooked.
I provide everybody some jerky if they're willing to take it.
Yeah, they gobble that shit up.
Yay! You cannot be too sad if you are willing to eat.
Anyone need a heal?
Oh, I mean, we're about to finish our rest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind.
It is nighttime, though it is very bright.
Yeah, so at that point, I'm going to go in and take my rest, and I'm going to inform everybody we are sleeping in to make sure everybody gets a full rest after what has happened today.
Okay. Like the sound of that, I am very damaged. That's just a third of my life left. A third.
All right. So you guys bed down for the night, restoking the fire and re-getting everyone ready. And everyone kind of just takes their same spot. And
and just to remind you, Kyle, I can literally just grab a stick and catch it on fire.
Dope.
It's kind of hard to get him in.
Just gonna. There we go. But yeah, you guys bed down, take your watches, make a fire, make sure that both the animals are secure and move them closer towards where you can like see the cart from the igloo. But you guys each take your watch, and the snow now kind of worrisome, but for the most part, the night goes by without anything else happening. Just watching the blank white snow drift across the front of the igloo. You guys gather your things, get up in the morning, make sure everyone's warm by the fire. And since you guys are huddled in an igloo, you don't need to make the same check. But you guys gather your things, get the cart ready, and take off in the morning.
And we make sure to give everybody enough time and enough rest so their exhaustion has been cleared.
Yeah. You guys take a slightly long rest than is super necessary, just to make sure that everyone's ready to go.
Okay.
But you guys continue traveling northward towards this cave that you guys have been traveling to. And it's a lot of the same things that you've been seeing over and over. A lot of just open, barren land with a blizzard blowing through. Trees completely frozen over, rocks completely frozen over. You guys are now kind of on edge, knowing that there are things out here that aren't just wandering herds, but
Hostile towards us.
but are hostile. But you guys travel for the next full day without meeting any more confrontations, and towards the end of the day, it's starting to get sunset as you see a large cave in about the area that you guys have been looking for, with an emitting red light coming from inside.
Okay.
I'll have you guys. What are you approaching the cave, or?
I vote that we probably take one more day.
Okay. So you guys see off in the distance this cave that's oh, thank you. You see off in the distance this cave that has an emitting glowing light, and decide that, oops, um, instead of going tonight, that you would take one more longer rest and then approach it in the morning.
What map are we going to?
We just went to the world map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do anything there, just to show that you guys are traveling. But you guys can now see it. You set up camp, and you know you start
Keep an extra eye out on watch and.
Yeah, you keep an extra eye out. You set up again like the same type of igloo structure, but this time making sure that you can see all of your stuff and kind of like have a better view around you. And the blizzard at this point has cleared up slightly, but it's still apparent. You guys each take your own watch, and in the morning, get up, prepare your stuff. And this morning, the blizzard has pretty much let up. It's still snowing, but it's not a draining blizzard.
Okay.
So this morning you wake up fully rested. No check necessary.
Sweet. And
That looks
then
dope.
I believe we are going to go straight towards the cave.
All right, then switch over to Fiery Ice Cave.
Hey, this has been over here for a while.
Yeah, this was one of the first maps I made, and I can pull everyone over here.
Now, question.
Yeah.
It is 6 o'clock now. Do we want to continue?
That's up to you guys.
I will probably this is probably good for me because I have to do some like chores and
yeah.
Okay,
So yeah,
I'll get
here.
everybody here.
This is more of a lengthy kind of thing, or it can be. So.
Wait, is this the demon cave?
This is the 15th cave.
It's in the general area that you guys were trying to get to, and it's a cave with an emitting red light.
Oh, this is the demon cave.
But yeah, you guys get here. It is now early morning. There's no blizzard blowing, so you feel fairly confident just walking up. And as you guys approach, we'll end the session there.
All right, we want to thank you guys for joining us today. We should be playing again next week. We're gonna try to keep it to start time between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Those just vary based off of daily life stuff. Once we get more into the groove of things, we're gonna try to set that as a more concrete schedule. But as we're testing the waters and getting everything set up and going, the time frame may fluctuate just ever so slightly, but it will always be on Sundays that we do these. Throughout the week, feel free to catch us on our Twitch, which is the same name on here, twitch.tv/Dakotism. Thank you guys for joining us, and hope to see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.